What's up, guys? Welcome to 10 a.m. live stream on Everything Money. Mo is traveling back to Ohio from Florida, so it'll be me solo. Guys, let's give a round of applause to our former president, Donald J. Trump, who's becoming richer. Look at Nick clapping hard. I was saying it sarcastically. He was doing it seriously. Let's see this thing. DJT was flossing pre-market. Okay, now it's only up 11.75%. It was up 22.5% earlier. Guys, this company did $3.4 million in revenue in the first quarter. I want to repeat that. $3.4 million, not $34 million, not $340 million, not $3.4 billion, $3.4 million. And the market cap was $9 billion pre-market. My companies do well over $3.4 million in the first quarter of this year, and yet we have, in fact, I have properties that do over $3.4 million in the first quarter of the year. Oh my lordy, unbelievable. All right, so that's incredible, guys. We're on the new channel, as you know. This is our 24/7 channel. Make sure you watch. We're gonna record a video today on Cintas. They are up 9% because they beat on EPS and revenue, and they guided higher. So I will be making a video right after we finish this live stream. We'll post it on this channel later on today, probably within an hour or two after we record. So yeah, Cintas, boring company, but it's part of my 30 stocks I want to own forever video that we did. I love boring companies that nobody wants to own, because they tend to sell cheap and they just tend to compound. So, DJ Hype stock, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, wow. GameStop is down 15%. Yeah. Does YouTube incentivize creators to make multiple channels? No. The reason we made a separate channel, Hans, I want to kind of explain this because it's a good way. We wanted to make sure that when we had a video go out, it's on its own so it could grow to more and more people. If you put multiple videos out during a day, they compete with themselves. So we decided to create our own channel of just reactions and news that we could do. It was a totally separate thing. I really love doing those. But if we had a successful video that was more of a long-term video, I didn't want to fight it with some great news. So we just created a separate channel for it.
Yep. And ultimately, when we looked at the data, not everybody who was subscribed to the channel would get the 4 p.m. video impression.
Correct.
So that was the big issue. People were like, hey, you didn't make a video. And we're like, no, we made a video on that. They didn't see it.
So even subscribers to the channel weren't seeing the videos. So, yeah. So guys, I love this 24/7 channel. We only started like March 5th and already has 2,700 subscribers. It's a great place to, so if you came to us from a post in the community and didn't subscribe to this channel, but you want, very clear here, if you want to see our reactions and our 24/7 news responses, subscribe to the channel. If you're part of our other channel, subscribe to the channel. By the way, the new Robinhood credit card looks decent. 3% cash back on everything. No 400. Oh, wow. By the way, I think Robinhood was up big time pre-market because of that. And don't forget, guys, at 10:30 Eastern time in 27 minutes, we're going only to subscribers to our software. This community, this live stream will go purely just to subscribers. So if you want to subscribe, if you want to decrease your emotional response to things, go to everythingmoney.com, sign up, because it's great. And the tools help you. I really realized, when I first started this channel, I thought investing was about the numbers. It isn't. Investing is about managing your emotions. Everybody can understand the numbers. We use the tools. We use the numbers to make our initial purchase decisions, to make our decisions whether we ignore a company or not. But in order to stay into a company, in order to compound, or in order to sit there and be okay with the stock falling, you've got to have the emotional resilience there. That is what I'm really trying to focus on now. I'm trying to focus on people understanding that long-term wealth is created by holding on to things. You get paid for waiting. You get paid for being patient. And that takes a lot of effort. The example I always give is Peter Lynch talks about, listen, I bought stocks at 12 that went to 2 and then went to 50. Because when they fell to 2, I said, the fundamentals are still there. This company still makes sense. That's all you can do, guys. That's all you can do. Hey, do you target? Oh, I have no idea, Babby. I have no idea where Target's going to go this year. All I know is I bought it at what I thought was good prices. That's what I'm happy about. Guys, it's so wonderful feeling. I own 13 companies. Ask me today where any of those companies' stock prices are. I can probably give you a rough idea, but I don't know where they are. I don't care. I bought good companies at good prices, and I want them to compound forever. That's what I care about. It's so much more peaceful way to be. But I appreciate the question. Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. Dozang's and games that they're doing the higher interest checking accounts. So let's see. What is GME doing? DJT is starting to fall. GameStop is down 13.8. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this company. Wow. That was the hype. Went from $3 to freaking 120 and just down from there. Incredible, isn't it? Look at this. Boop. Ooh. Incredible. $4 billion company. At one point, it was like, what, 40 billion, according to this. Incredible. I do still own Baba, but remember, it's no reason to ever own something because somebody on the internet owns it. Do your own research. There are risks involved with Baba, of course. China, the international, the contention with China. My thesis is it's been beaten up. It's selling for a cheap price of free cash flow, and it's in a growing market economically that's going to do well. I have to be patient. Where is Baba? 75 or so? You don't look either? Wow. Nick, who has 184% of his net worth in Alibaba stock, does not look at Alibaba. Wow. I'm impressed. Good for you. 71.18. Oh, 71.18. There you go. I didn't even know. And it could fall to 30. I don't know where it's going. I have no idea. What do you think of Krispy Kreme hype? You know, I love so it's funny. My fiance and I, we love McDonald's. And it's funny because if you look at us, we're not, we work out, especially if you look at her, you'd be like, she likes McDonald's. She loves McDonald's. So yesterday I go into the house, I go, hey, did you hear the news? She goes, what? I go, Krispy Kreme is going to start selling donuts at McDonald's. She goes, oh, geez. No. I was like, yep. She's like, oh my God. Like, because we were joking about like, as if we really needed another reason to go to McDonald's. But now we do. We have another one. Yeah, that's true, Hans. Peter Lynch, and he also owned a lot of stocks too. I don't know if I don't know what I don't know what his holdings were, but I heard he owned like 1,000 stocks at once. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's pretty impressive. Was Krispy Kreme really up 38% yesterday because of this partnership? Wow. By the way, random comment. I love these Band-Aids that I'm using now. I bought them off of Amazon, and they just stay on, and they're perfect. I don't even know what kind they are, but they're awesome. First time I met Lisa, her first words to me was, do you even lift, bro? What? That sounds exactly like Lisa. I don't even get that, Dalton. That's so funny. All right. What else is going on in the world? Cintas is up 10%. Merck is up 4%. NVIDIA is down 3%. Why is NVIDIA down? It was up pre-market. Oh, boy. NVIDIA. Let's go look up NVIDIA. $2.2 trillion company. Look at that chart. Jeez, oh, Pete. Wow. Up 200x in the last 10 years. 200x. 200x. That's incredible. I love this adorable dividend. Because 10 years ago, that was a pretty sizable dividend. 200x. Incredible. All right. Dalton, you keep a notebook. Yeah. Yes, next year, a portion of our society should be bullied. Oh, is it Foot Locker really up? Why is Foot Locker up? Foot Locker is a company I used to be interested in until I changed my thought process for how I was going to invest. Why are they up? What did they announce? Let's go to news. Oh, new Okay. All right. Dalton, give me your oh, cool. I'm now a managing moderator for the account. Isn't that exciting? Interesting. All right, guys, what else do you want to talk about? It's 10:10. Got 20 more minutes in the public live stream, so I want to be able to talk about as much as we can. Guys, I really love my transition in investing. Really focusing on the emotional side and really focusing on companies that I like compound. Munger always talked about if you just buy an investment, let it compound without selling it and paying the taxes, which I truly still believe you shouldn't. If you want to get rid of a company, pay the tax. But if you can let a company compound, he said it can add a few percentage points a year to your returns just by compounding. I don't know much about SoFi, Cole. My thing about SoFi is it feels hype-ish. And like you said, first profitable quarter, it just doesn't feel like the kind of company I'm really interested in following yet. That's my personal bias. It doesn't mean you should ignore it. It just means for me, it doesn't fit my criteria for what I'm looking for. Does it have a lot of potential? I'm sure it does. I mean, it's getting a lot of people talking, but I just don't know enough about it to be able to talk about that. Do you want to talk about lack of margin of safety in stocks? Same with bonds. I don't really know about the bonds part of it, Dalton. I know you like to talk about that, but for me, I look at stocks going, man, a lot of big name companies are selling for really big premiums, in my opinion. I mean, is there a world in which they could be okay? Sure. But I just said in Dalton something that 48% of households have stock now, which matches the all-time high back in 2000. Dalton and I are having a little internal arguments about, is this more of the 1970s Nifty 50 or is it more of the dot-com kind of overvaluation? I believe it's more of the dot-com. He believes it's more of the Nifty 50. He found a money manager who agreed with them. So, of course, Dalton came back out at me and said, look, Paul, these guys agree with me. You're an idiot. I was like, all right, sounds good. No, he never said that. But I do believe it feels more like dot-com because it's a few companies really driving up a lot of value in one industry. Yeah. Thoughts on Unilever? I think we did a video on Unilever recently. Maybe we should do a poll in the next live stream to see what people think. Sure, Dalton. Let's do a poll next time. Dalton's great. Well, I'm just kidding. I don't really care to do a poll. I really don't. I mean, Dalton's thought process, I believe. Dalton, do you ever use options? Yes. I used options to short NVIDIA and a few other things and got my ass handed to me this year. I still do covered calls. I still do cash secured puts. So covered calls, again, are selling options on the companies I currently own. Cash secured puts are selling options on the companies I want to own at prices I want to own them at. And I would be willing to buy puts as a play to bet on a company falling. I wonder what that would go for. Paul, what's your advice? Being next to fully invested or keeping around 10? Ken, here's my advice. Great question. So Ken is asking, what's your advice? Being fully invested or keeping around the 10 to 20% in cash? If the other 80 to 90% still helps you hit your goals, then I'm fine with that. But the big thing is make sure you're invested in low-cost ETFs that can help you hit your goals. How do you find if you're hitting your goals or not? Guys, my brother and I were using a retirement calculator just yesterday. Spoiler alert, we're never retiring. Spoiler alert number 2, we have more than we need. But it's still a great way to keep us in check to see, are we on a path of, even if we don't want to chase deals. So we like to use this to make sure we don't chase deals just to make money. So for you, Ken, it's a good way to sit there and say, listen, I have 10 or 20% in cash, but my other 80% will still help me hit my goals. I don't mind sitting in cash. I'm going to make 5.25% in 90-day treasuries. I love that idea. But if you're not, even though I do think markets are overvalued, and I do think the next 10 years are going to be tough, you can't guess when those things are going to happen. What do you think of technical? I love technical analysis. And look at Michael Burry, Julian. Michael Burry uses technical analysis when he buys, and he's a value investor, and when he sells. He talks about, he's like, hey, it's my old days of being a commodities guy. I can't get away from charts. Dalton's selling covered calls for me. I want to incorporate technical analysis and momentum and charts into how we sell our covered calls. I truly believe in technical analysis. I believe in trading. It's funny, I hear people say, how can you be a value investor and still believe in that? There's multiple ways to skin a cat, guys. I can't deny that Jim Simmons is a great trader. I can't deny that momentum trading and the turtle trading worked. I can't deny those things. Those cannot be explained away by chance. So remember, guys, did we announce it in the main channel? Yep. The main community? Yep. Good. Doge is fun. Boy, crypto, man. That is quite... Oh, wow, the NASDAQ just turned negative. Why did Bitcoin skyrocket this morning and then fall? That seems healthy. I read this article. So Cintas is 10%. Oh, look, there's end phase again. Guys, I love Retirement Calculator. I cannot tell you how much I love this thing. I really, truly think it's it's the best retirement calculator out there because of the big thing right here. What age do you expect to live to, and what percentage of your income do you want to have in retirement? There's so many people I see go, oh, I have $3 million at 65, I'm good. You're probably going to live really long time, 20 or 30 years longer, 25 or 30 years longer. And if you spend, doesn't matter. I had a friend of mine reach out to me recently. She's a high income earning doctor, 7-figure plus. And she told me her goals, blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, listen, based on what you spend now and what you want to spend in retirement, you need to have 40 million in your account. She goes, what? I'm like, it sounds shocking, but now if your spending could be less, a lot of people in retirement spend less money. You know, I look at my retirement spending and I told my brother yesterday, put 150% in there. Even though I spend more than I spend, if my life was like this the rest of my life, I'd be like, oh my gosh. And I still put a higher number in there just to be conservative. God, I love our retirement calculator. Yeah, exactly, Hans. Exactly. That's my point. That's exactly my point. I don't have to worry about money, and I still love using retirement calculator. If I put all my money in 90-day treasuries and they got me 5.25%, I would never run out of money. And guess what? My real estate deals do far better than, even 13, 14%. My biggest mistake was just thinking that, oh, look at this. My grandson. This is so cute. My little grandson is 16 months. He loves trucks. And we have a lot of machinery. And we're doing the landscaping now at the house. So there's literally a video of him just staring at the machines. He's just staring at it. Oh, my God. Incredible. Anybody else get very... Yeah, Aaron... I hear that all the time, that people think I'm Gary V. Hey, Dalton, is that the uncle who wants 3x returns in 2 months or 2x returns in 3 months? Yes, Hans, I have a grandson. My wife-to-be has a 34-year-old, a 31-year-old, and a 26-year-old. And the 34-year-old has a child. So technically it's a grandson, step-grandson. I still call him my grandson because I freaking love the kid. He's unbelievably cute. Paul, do you have any investments in emerging markets? I do. I have investments in foreign markets. Whether they're emerging or not, I don't think so. Dalton can answer that better. Hey, Adithya. BlackRock, I think we did Raytheon a long time ago, Nathan. For me, it's just, relying on government contracts, a little bit tough. BlackRock is a very complicated business. Although maybe it's not. It's just a money manager. Maybe it's just, I have to look at that. But maybe we could do that. Put it in the community chat, community request chat. He's a baller, or who's a baller? Oh, different uncle. Got it. Dalton's still at the age. Dalton's gonna be 26 in a week, right, Dalton? And Dalton is still in the age of, although it took me to 38 or 39 to get past this point, but he's still at the age where when he sees somebody say, like his uncle said the other day, like, seriously, do you think you can this invest? Dalton said, I have some ideas for investing if you're interested. He goes, can they make 3 times the money in 2 months or 2 times the money in 3 months? I don't remember which one it was. He just laughed. Oh, Cheryl Lampus, hello from Greece. I'll be going to Greece for my honeymoon as part of a cruise in September. Yeah. So I'm in Poland, Australia. Oh, and Canada. I have Poland, Australia, and Canada. Neo, Oleg. So what they do when they go private is they just buy all the shares up. You know what, Joe? You might be right. If we keep printing money like crazy and inflation flies, but at the end of the day, it could be like, then it would be like the 70s where you have high inflation, stock prices going nowhere for a while, and just really low values. But that would lead to a major bull market. Guys, remember, in 10 minutes, we're going live to community members only. So if you want to test out the community for $7 for 7 days, go to everythingmoney.com. We're going to put a link in here below /sign up. You can sign up. You'll get access to all our videos. Most importantly, the tools and the community, because I realize more and more that investing is about emotion, managing your emotions. Yellow tractors to the moon. I will see if we're in Athens. I don't know the plan. It's a cruise, so it's not like we're going to stay in Greece. Who else flocking to McDonald's for some Krispy Kreme? Absolutely, neighborhood go-to guy. Oh, thank you, Dozang San. I hope you sign up for the yearly discount. Miguel, impending commercial real estate crash. Well, first off, office buildings are already freaking falling like crazy. Elias, we have foreign exchanges and we're adding more and more. We do have some. I don't think Norwegian's on there, but we have some. Oh, Aaron. So, Monish is very big on the Turkish exchanges. Hans, if we get hyperinflation, can you keep my oracles? The best way to keep your costs down is pay for the yearly. I have a few of them. Having good. Oh, guys, I love my books. I'm reading Super Communicators now, listening to Super Communicators now. I'm reading a book, not a fiction novel. I like reading fiction. I'm reading that Charlie Munger book in the office. But I have a list of books that I really recommend people read. I freaking love them. I have that list. And by the way, guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I talk about this stuff on Twitter too. Make sure you spell my last name right. Follow me on Twitter. I love Twitter. Twitter was something I was wrong about. I thought Twitter was like old news. And then somebody was like, no, this is where you get it for news. And once I joined Twitter 2 years ago, next month, I was like, oh my God, Twitter is the best thing ever. But some of the books I love, Psychology of Money, Same as Ever, Richer, Wiser, Happier, Most Important Thing, Good Stocks Cheap, Atomic Habits, Ego is the Enemy, Education of a Value Investor, Little Book of Behavioral Investing, Mastering the Market Cycle, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, Stolen Focus, but only read about 2/3 of Stolen Focus. And then Troubled and Clear Thinking. Those are some great books. I want to be a pimp like you when I grow up. Oh, that sounds good. Hans, how old are you? Those are the books I want, though. You think so? I don't know really the difference between X on for Elon versus pre-Elon. I know he bought it. I think I joined after Elon bought it. Guys, how about MicroStrategy, MSTR? Everybody thinks that Michael Saylor is a genius. I mean, he owns 1% of the world's Bitcoin. That's incredible. Oh, 35. You act like I'm a billion years older than you. Yeah, I hate the name X. Oh, Babby, I was 22 when I bought my first property. Oh, God, the P. Diddy stuff. Isn't that nuts? What do you say?
Cat Williams, you never saw the Cat Williams interview?
No.
On Shannon Sharp?
No, I never watched it. What do you say?
Oh, my gosh. First of all, he name drops like, how many people, Nick?
Quite a few.
Like, we'll call it 20 plus people. And P. Diddy's one of them. He said, P. Diddy likes to party and you got to protect your virgin hole. And just say no.
What?
Yeah. Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams. It was a big interview.
Oh, I know. It's like sent his account like skyrocketing.
It blew it up, yeah.
Holy cow. Wow.
Maybe he didn't like to party, and sometimes you got to
Just gotta say no to P. Diddy. Yeah.
Holy cow. Oh, great question, Daniel. What's my thoughts on SMBR? Well, I can't talk about it, actually. I'm not allowed to talk about anything sub 2 billion. Well, Dalton, what the funny part is about that? Michael Saylor became an idiot when he told me I would never sell Bitcoin. Charlie Munger says that about tons of stuff, and it really irks me when he says that. Well, when he said that, because he dead now. He dead. God, P. Diddy. Oh, Ray Dalio. Guys, I actually don't watch videos. I know it sounds funny from a guy who has a pretty decent sized YouTube channel. I do not watch videos.
It'd be a fun one to listen to on the way home one day.
Yeah, but I like listening to my books on the way home. By
This
the
was
way,
a fun one.
do you listen to all books at 1.5? Like the book I'm listening to right now,
Yes.
I have to listen to it at 1.1. I can't listen at 1.5.
We're used to it, though. We listen to you sometimes 2 speed, 2x.
How?
It's fun.
Wow.
When I first met you, it was weird listening to you at normal speed in person.
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh, you think there's a big probability? I do not hold my short position on NVIDIA. I took my licking, and I got lucky. I'm glad I exited because, oh, man, I'd be way worse right now. Big probability that Berkshire drops Apple. Oh, Aaron. Yeah, that's true, Dalton. Oh, man, Aaron. Is that how I pronounce your name, Aaron? E-R-E-N? I assume that's how you pronounce it. Guys, we're 3 minutes away from going to the private community chat, private community live stream only. So make sure you go to everythingmoney.com/sign up to spend $7 for 7 days. Hans. Yeah, so am I, ZZZM. Guys, here's the great news. The shorting cost me so much money, and it was a great learning lesson. It was literally like, it was so stupid. It had nothing to do with my beliefs in investing. It was pure speculation. It was dumb. Glad it cost me a lot of money because it was a great learning lesson. In fact, it cost my brother and I a lot of money. I wrote him a check for his loss because I said it was so irresponsible and stupid. I felt guilty taking it, that having him absorb it with me. I just wrote him a check and said, here you go. This is your share of the loss. Move it. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Dozen Sand. Intel. Intel's. We have a video coming out this week, tomorrow about Intel. So make sure you watch for that on the main channel. Yes, I do give feet pics. What if we did a feet pics? Nick's shaking his head.
Can we just go away from this conversation?
I think I have beautiful feet.
See us in the live stream.
I think I have beautiful feet.
Community live stream.
I think I have really good feet. I look at my feet at night with my fiance sitting next to me, and she's like, "Oh, get those things out of my face." And I'm like, "Look at them, though. Look at them. They're beautiful." I don't know anything about the spinoff. I haven't looked into it, Elias, so I don't really know what's going on with it. Ethan, first off, I don't believe in value traps. I don't believe there's such a thing as a value trap. I think you're either wrong or you're right. I think I've done videos on Cisco. I haven't looked at the price I want to buy it at, but I do have a price for it. I think it's 35 or I don't remember exactly where my price is. But go do a search in our past videos for Cisco on the main channel, Everything Money, because there are ones out there. Chicken nugget toes. Okay, guys, let's go to the other. We're gonna have to go to this the other chat here real quick. Guys, remember, come go to everythingmoney.com/sign up so you can get into the community to be able to sleep better at night and use the tools to make better investment decisions and use the emotional support to keep those decisions going when you feel scared. Thank you very much. See ya next week. No. Free picks time. Let's get them. Let's go. Let me go get my lotion. What's up, Patrick? What's up, Dalton? All right, let's let a few people come in here for our community-only Chizat. Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. That would be a lock. 100%. All right. Guys, thank you for being community members. You know, guys, I really want to talk about that real quick because I want everybody to realize, like, I really, and I say this all the time, I really used to think investing was about numbers, and it's not. You use the tools in our community to make investment decisions, to make buy decisions, and use the community and the emotional support to keep those decisions or to exit them for the right reasons, not because the stock is falling or going up. It really, truly is incredible. Some of the biggest mistakes I've made in my investing life have been emotionally driven decisions. Selling when I thought something was overvalued because I thought to myself, oh, I can't have an overvalued company in my portfolio. I have a company that's it's up 2.5 times. Do I think it's worth selling at? No. Paul 5-10 years ago would have sold that in half a second. Now I'm just like, it's still a great company. I want to own it. I'll tell you what it is. It's Sprouts Farmers Market. My basis on Sprouts is like 31 or 32 or I don't know what the number is. And it was like 64, 65 at one point. I don't even know where it's at today. But the old Paul would have sold that. And now the new Paul goes, no, I want to own Sprouts for a very long time. Until they start being a crappy company, I want to own Sprouts. Where is Mo? I know, but somebody just wrote, my goodness, I've been waiting for your return, Mo. Do you have P. Diddy Bieber situation with Paul? That's a good one, Rob. I'm not Arab though. I don't qualify as Arab because I'm not, isn't that the qualification for Arab? Guys, so can I tell a funny joke? Saturday night, my stepson and daughter-in-law were at the house. We just moved to this new house back in December. So what is that? 3 months ago? So my daughter-in-law's parents were at a restaurant just down the street with their brother and sister-in-law. The sister-in-law used to work for me. She was my assistant for a long time. So they wanted to see the new house. So we brought them over afterwards. So we're talking about things. We're talking about emotional and crying. And so my daughter-in-law's father said, Paul, I bet you, I mean, it's like, I can't even imagine you crying ever in your life. And I go, oh, I cry. And Lisa goes, oh my God, he cries all the time. He's a very emotional person. And then he said to me, what in the world do you cry about? I said, well, I lost my virginity to my father. And you got to understand, these are like very like religious people, but I was very happy that I said that very quickly and off the bat. Anyways, that's my kind of level of humor and shock and awe because I was talking about crying and being emotional. And that was just made me feel good. Rob, I'm going to press 1, Rob. Yes, I will give you Dozang and Games. Tim, if he buys merch, Mo and I will sign it. I don't know if... Always, yes. Yeah. Yeah, we'll sign it. Yeah, poor Dalton's being groomed. Oh, Dalton. Yeah, Dan, that's exactly it. All right, what do you guys want to chat about? Let's go. Let's go. I'm doing a Cintas video here after we're done with this live stream. So we'll post on this channel no later than 1 or 2 o'clock Eastern time. Probably around there. Okay, I can talk about CCL because I used to own it. It'd be good to talk about why I exited that position. It's funny. I get a lot of messages from people and they say, oh, Paul, because of you, I'm up 30%. I'm like, first off, it's not because of me. Second, the market has been on a rip. Don't look at markets being up or down as you being right or wrong. I made money on Carnival Cruise Line and I was 100% wrong on Carnival Cruise Line. You got to remember that. I lost money on the NVIDIA short. I think I will, and the NASDAQ short. I think I'll be proven right on that in the long run. Do you understand the difference between that? Carnival Cruise Line, I made money on, and I think I was wrong on it. I truly believe I was wrong on it. I made money. I believe I'm right on NVIDIA and QQQ, and I lost money. Don't look at one or two things or a short period of time to determine you're right or wrong. You got to look at your thought process. And I will talk about why I think I'm wrong on Carnival Cruise Line. Wait, what? Oh. So are we live to like 100 people? And I just told that joke about losing my virginity to my father? Did it show that joke? Sweet. Great. Well, for those of you who heard that joke, who aren't part of our community, I hope you join our community because of it. But I'm really glad you guys all heard me say that. Don't focus on short-term gains or losses. Focus on your process. And that is difficult. That is why we have the community. Because if you focus on the process and things go bad for you or things have to go down temporarily, you go to the community, you talk about it. That's what I do. That's what a lot of people do. And there's a lot of disagreement in the community on a lot of different things. We have a crypto chat in the community. But I was wrong on CCL and I made money. I think I will be proven to be right on QQQ and NVIDIA. And I lost, and Coinbase, and I lost money on those. That's my entire point. Now, being right a lot of times over a long period of time, that tends to tell me you have a pretty good process. We're just going to keep the live stream going on the. Yeah, and I'm just telling people that we're waiting for them to come back. Cool. I'm bummed that we lost 30 people then. Oh, wow, Kazakhstan. Scott, we are making sure that different videos for different reasons live on different channels. So that way people can access them and people can, obviously some people like to watch immediate news. Some people like to watch long-term thinking. We give them all an option for that. That's why we created separate channels. The trading channel that we're not using was advice from somebody, but we're still going to use it actually, but we're not going to use it in the way that we have before. Okay, let's do another announcement then okay, great. Only way to make money in the stock market is to long Reddit. That's true, Big P. Listen, Reddit's nuts, guys. I did a video on it. I mean, what is the stock at right now? Let's even look at it. Turn to software, RDDT. Oh boy, down 14% today. What's DJT doing right now? It was up 20% pre-market. Now it's up 11%. All right, Reddit. Man, loses money. But guys, I'm avoiding Reddit. I just don't believe in that right now. It doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. It just doesn't fit my criteria for what I understand. So I'm going to avoid it for a while. I'm going to avoid it for a while. You get feet pics. You get feet pics. You get feet pics. Brandon, I mean, I'm sure it's going to help Krispy Kreme, but going up 38% in one day feels a little aggressive and hype-ish. Wait for the dust to settle maybe and see how it affects. What are their projections? I don't even know what the projections are. I will start a position in Reddit when it hits $20 or less. Yasid. I would love to hear your analysis on that, Yasid. And that's why I don't know if you're part of the community, put it in our general chat, tag me in there because I want to see what it's about. Guys, I got to stress more and more. Emotions, emotions, emotions. We got to figure those out. I became a much better investor when I kept in touch with my emotions. And I love the shitty emotional times I've had in my life because I remember them. It allows me to be at peace when things are normal. If Don becomes president, does he have to sell his shares? That's a good question, Hans. Daniel, I'm not giving you this advice and saying for sure, but make sure if you buy a treasury ETF, you buy a low maturity date, like buy an only 90-day treasury ETF. Because the longer and longer you go on maturities, those ETFs get hammered with interest rate fluctuations. I think there's a way. I'd rather just go buy, get it like a money market. I shouldn't say that. I gotta think there's a way to buy treasuries or move accounts. Great, Yasid. Put it in the chat. Tag me in give me your thesis of it in the general chat and tag me in there. Oh, wow. 60% on Target. What is Target at? I bought Target starting at 135 all the way down to 105 or so. So I think my cost basis is probably, if I were to guess, 125, 120. I don't know what the cost basis is. 174. Sick. Thank you, Target, for making it possible for me not to buy more shares. Thank you, Mr. Market. Rob, that's a good question. I don't know how it works for the president.
Have to like give control of like his businesses over to
His
other
kids?
people, his kids, and
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
team members or whatever. But
Yeah.
so I imagine he won't be able to control a social media platform. That's not huge, anyways.
Truth Social. Listen, guys, I'm a pretty right-wing guy. I'm libertarian. It's adorable to me when I hear people talk about Trump being a Republican. The best is, you guys got to watch the video when they ask him what his favorite passages in the Bible are. You've seen this, right? Tim loves the Bible, so it's probably incredible for him. He's like, it's a very personal thing. Which one you like better, Old Testament or New Testament? Both. I like them both. What does he say? Something. I'm just glad Mo's not here to blindly defend Donald Trump. Nathan, you might be right. I don't think it's smarter than BABA, but there's different risks involved. They also issued a lot more shares. What did they report today? CCL also reported something today, some sort of guidance. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was wrong. I'll explain in my video today about why I feel I was wrong about CCL, but there's a lot of issues there. What's DQ? Please don't tell me it's Dairy Queen, because it's not Dairy Queen. It's, guess what? Can't talk about it. 1.98 billion. Sorry. Not allowed to talk about it. God, Art of the Deal and Art of the Comeback are the worst books ever. He's so pompous. Yeah, Aaron, you're right. But a lot of guys started positions. Look at Michael Burry. He started positions under 100. So did who's the other big guy who bought Alibaba? He did, but he regretted. He bought it at 250 and then he regretted it.
I'll check Stock Circle. I think it was either Klarman or
Burry?
Well, I just said Burry.
Burry. It was either
not Michael
Klarman
Cohen
or Marks. It was either Klarman or Howard Marks.
David Tepper, maybe. Oh, Marks did. You're right. Marks did buy it, but there was somebody else. Cruise companies, the only thing with the cruise companies that I really have gotten to understand is they're high capital intensive businesses. They spend a lot of money upgrading those ships, spend a lot of money building those ships. It's just a tough one. A lot of these guys are in and out of stocks a lot, guys.
Okay, so who owns BABA? It's obviously Daily Journal still owns it. Michael
300,000 shares.
Yeah, 300,000 shares. Burry has 75,000 shares. David Tepper has 4.35 million shares.
Did I say David Tepper?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
And then Guy Spear has 47,500 shares of it. And then Howard Marks, Oak Tree Capital, has 120,000 shares of it.
Okay. Couple questions to answer here. One, what do you think of Grant Cardone? Sleazeball of all sleazeball salesman. He sucks. He's awful. He's an idiot. He doesn't understand investing. He's stupid. I hate him. Next. Oh, Hans, that's funny. I did not see that, Dalton. Can you talk about if we ever use margin? Timely pickles. Don't ever use margin. I use margin. Don't ever use margin. I use margin for a very specific reason in low amounts and to buy different things in stocks. Do not use margin. As Munger and Buffett always say, three things will cause a man to go broke: ladies, liquor, and leverage. I almost said margin. Who's watching Love is Blind, season 6? Can anybody tell me who's watching this great show? This absolutely incredible show of all shows. Netflix. They go in pods and they talk to each other and they fall in love and get engaged. And then they then they meet each other and they go in the real world and the whole thing. Oh. Well, listen, I think margin's going to be better as rates go up. That's my opinion. Hans. Zozang San, isn't that... First off, can I have your name, please? I don't want to call you... I'm just going to call you Games. Great show. My fiance and I are watching it. I think we're on episode 9 of season 6. Maybe episode 8. They just finished... The episode we just finished, they just all got to the lake house. Incredible. The lies, the scandals. Megan Fox is not on there. My fiance is like so mad about that Megan Fox thing. She's like, she's been saying Megan Fox from day one. It's incredible. Jessica is an absolute smoke. Oh, God. So this guy, I can't talk about it. Wife forced you to watch it. Rob, you're a liar. Your wife didn't force you to watch it. You watched it of your own volition. Do not try to tell me that your wife forced you. You watched it on purpose. Yeah, Jessica's smoking hot. I thought season 6, I only saw season 1 and now season 6. And I don't even think I finished season 1, but I think season 6 is awesome. So Jessica she even admitted it though. She was like, listen, I went crazy in that episode. I was really upset. Because at first I was like, damn, this girl's nuts. But I think there's far worse on there. I think Chelsea is way worse. Way hotter. Have you guys seen the hot crazy scale video? God, that's such a good video. I'm on fire today finding these great videos. YouTube hot crazy matrix. You gotta watch this. And there's also one that involves men at the end. This is a good one. Do they do guys at the end too? Yeah, I think so. You gotta do this. I'm not gonna play it, but you guys gotta watch this. Well, Yasid, Amazon owns Whole Foods. Amazon owns Whole Foods. They used to be publicly traded. It was WFM, and they sold to Amazon. Where the participants talk about stocks they own the pods. Good question. Oh, that's great. Oh, Rob, so season 4 was better? Okay. You know, it's funny. Lisa last night goes, should we watch the other seasons? I'm like, we might have to. The problem is, like, when they sometimes it's an awkward show. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is so awkward. They're talking about how much they love each other. You're my everything. I'm like, you met 3 weeks ago. How are you their everything? How are they your everything? Nathan, the question you have to ask yourself is 90s okay? I could completely understand a justification for low 90s. The question is, you got to at some point pick a price and say, I'm sticking to this price. That's the hard part about investing. Nike is super low. I wonder what are the options looking like? The puts. Oh, what's up, Sean? Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Tell your friends. AT Fireman, 100%. The hot crazy matrix is incredible. And then at the end, when they add the rich guy thing, that's hilarious to me because it's 100% true as well. Paired up and oh my God, I got to do this, Rob. I got to watch that. I got to watch more seasons. I'm not watching the Miami Open. I just catch games here and there. You know, I just try to root for the guys I love, like Alcaraz and Djokovic. I don't think Djokovic is playing Miami Open, though. I think he withdrew. I don't even know who's playing in it. But yeah, love tennis. 90 Day Fiance. I've never watched more than like 3 episodes. They had a Cleveland guy in 90 Day Fiance. $90 for Nike. Let's look at Nike real quick because I like Nike. What's it at today? It's at $93. My watch list alert is for under 90. Doesn't mean I'm buying it at that.
Starting puts there, or
I'm probably gonna start selling puts at some price. Yeah, because I have it fair value of it like 75 to 85 based on these assumptions above. And I think I'm being aggressive with my PE, guys. Like 2023 and 26, I think Nike deserves a premium. At what point is the premium just not infinite, right? I don't know what the premium would be. You know, I used to look at crappy companies and assign 10, 12, 14 PEs. Now I look at higher quality businesses and give them premiums. But at some point, I just got to say, what's the appropriate premium for Nike? I don't know. I could see me being very wrong on these profit margin and free cash flow numbers as they sell more direct to consumer. Taking out of stores, they're going to have higher margin. Could that drive things up? Let's look at it this way. Let's change this to 12 in the middle. Doesn't change it a ton. It changes, it does change it. $95. It's not like we're going to 130 though. That's what I mean. So I just chose 90 as a point to start selling puts, and I'd probably sell puts at 85 is my opinion, and just start writing it down. Oh, great, Rob. Hans, you're right. Paul's a true tennis fan. His favorite players are ranked number 1. He doesn't know anyone else in the tournament. That's funny. That's true. Profit margin for your low did. Sean, yes, the EM margin is high margin. The EM software is high margin, but we do have a lot of costs attached to the Everything Money software. We have developers, we have software costs, we have Tim, we have Nick, we have a ton of costs to it, but it's high gross margin. I have no desire to go public. We are consolidating our 7 or 8 businesses. We still have 8 businesses, but we're focusing on 4 main businesses. The other 4 we just kind of keep. We don't do anything with them. They don't make enough money for us to care, but they make enough where it's like, oh, Kev's a partner who makes money, and we do it a lot for that reason. But there's 4 main businesses we're focusing on. Going public just has its issues of having to care about investors' emotions. I want to sit there and focus on the business long term. I don't want to have to sit there and have people. Now, granted, if you're like me, you should be like Mr. Market saying, great, if people hate us, the stock falls, we buy back shares. Yeah, I do understand that, but never say never. But as of right now, we just like having a privately held business. It's not like we need the money. So we just like reinvesting, building it, and doing better with it. Tidewater. Interesting. So guys, if you're not part of our community, you got to join. It's great because you use the tools to make buying decisions. You use the community to keep your emotions in check. And that's what matters the most. And I talked about before, my retirement calculator. God, I love that thing. I would love to use my retirement calculator in front of you guys, but you guys would be like, you're a effing prick, Paul. So I'm not going to do that.
Should we add a history
I was wondering about that.
to the retirement calculator?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
So that way people can kind of chart where they're at along the way.
Yeah, I don't know. The reason I want a history is I'm sick of having to re-enter everything all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
But
it doesn't
I
take
change things
long,
all the
but
time. Might go crazy. Plus, I don't know. We'll talk about
The
that.
thought.
Come on, Paul. Be like Meat Brain Kevin. Yeah. Thank you very much, Patrick. What's your opinion on ODD, WBD, and Court? Court, I've done a video on before. WBD, I have as well. Is ODD Old Dominion? I don't know. I don't know. You can use me for retirement calculator. That's actually not a bad idea. God, retirement calculator is so good. My brother loves it. Can you add two-factor authentication to the software? Ask the devs. Yeah, Aaron, Mo is now currently traveling from Florida to Ohio. He was supposed to go to dinner tonight with a bunch of friends. They canceled. So I asked Mo to go to dinner. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, you're a dick. I'm like, Mo, come on. So Rob, it's interesting you mentioned that. I'm going to create, as part of our community, I have a personal financial personal financial statement software that I will be adding to the community at some point in the next few years. I don't know when, but I'm working on that. I already have it built for myself and my brother, but we want to, at some point when we're ready to do it, we're going to convert it over to Everything Money Community because we love that. Yeah, because then you have a history of it. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, guys, 4.5 more minutes. What's up? Talk to me, baby. What's big? Oh, yeah, Dalton did. Dalton did. Let's see, what else is going on in the market right now? Please, everybody, watch the Hot Crazy Matrix. Have you seen that, guys? You too? Nick? Oh, God, it's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny. It is so, so funny. Let's see how NVIDIA, or NVIDIA, as some people call it, is doing. Man, these companies, it's so weird. They're up like 1.5% pre-market, then they fall. It's just really weird. Man, Nike. Guys, remember, Nike's all-time high is 179. It's almost half its all-time high. Things can get stupid. And I guarantee when it hits all-time high, nobody believed that it could go to 95. It actually hit 82.50 back in September of 2022 after hitting an all-time high 1 year earlier of 179. Yeah, we could do that. A random draw for... Oh, thank you very much, Aaron. Yeah, we've done Starbucks. Thank you very much, Fireman. I appreciate that. Remember, I love taking credit for the process that I talk about, but of course you need to take credit for learning about it because some people just don't want to learn about it. Just like I don't want to learn about why Bitcoin is the best thing ever because I just go, it's not an investment. So I'm not even going to learn about why it's awesome. Yeah, Aaron, I'm kind of upset about PayPal. Don't get too excited. I think I heard it was $66 the other day. That's what I heard. Somebody on Twitter put it on there. $66. I talk about that on the Twitter machine. I love Twitter. I've been on Twitter for 2 years as of next month. I have 3,400 tweets. I think it's 3,400, maybe 3,300. That's only like 5 a day, I think. But still, yeah. I'm pretty active on there. I like it. It's a great place to get news. Hans, you're obsessed with Mo's skincare routine. That's so funny. I do love X. You're right. Yeah, PayPal does get low like Little John. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. Guys, we have a minute left. Then I'm going to record this video on Cintas, which we'll post on this channel in a few hours. So make sure. When's the FBI agent going to follow me around at Red Options for you to show off? Good question. Oh, that's awesome, Rabi. Can you tell me which books you read? That's awesome. I really, that one like makes me feel good. Yeah, okay, 10-year PE is useless. Maybe not, maybe you're right, I don't know. To me, it's useless, Rob. Maybe. I get it, inflation can drive things up. You're right, but there's always a reason why it could be useless. I don't know, I don't believe it's useless. I really want to hear what books Rabih. I think it's Rabih. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably saying it wrong because I'm a white boy now, even though I was born in the Middle East. I do want to know what books you read. Diageo is getting interesting. Isn't Diageo partners with, see ya, Hans. Isn't Diageo partners with P. Diddy? That's awkward. It's very, very awkward. Yeah, to me, the 10 years cape is just taking last 10 years of profit and bringing it to today. It was low inflation before, high inflation now. It's just, okay, it's fine. Get rid of inflation. Just call it nominal. It's probably going to show you some sort of idea. Yeah, maybe you're right, Rob. Any updates today on NVIDIA's drop? I have no idea why it dropped so much because it was up pre-market. I have no idea. Oh, wow. Those are great books. Great books. The Intelligent Investor, did you read it with the commentary in each chapter by Jason Zwig? That's the good one to read. I don't think you should just read it by itself. There's one with commentary by Jason Zwig. He's a great, he writes very well. Man, Education of a Value Investor, what a great book. Psychology and Money, great book. Same as ever is Morgan Housel's new book, so make sure you pick that up. B3. Rabi. All right, guys, I got to go. It's past 11. We got to go record this video. Thank you very much, guys. Sign up for the community. If you're not part of our community, everythingmoney.com/sign up. Don't be crazy. You get the tools to make great financial decisions. You get the emotional support of the community to keep those decisions going. Thank you. Bye.